Well, hello everyone, and welcome here for Amazing Patch Stories. My name is Crystal Green, and I'm here with my co-host Carrie Helms, which might be on this way on your screen if you're seeing it later, wherever she is. Okay, you can see her; she's lovely. We are going to come to you tonight. We're going to share with you some amazing patch stories from all of us that have been utilizing the Super Patch technology. And so tonight, this is going to be quick and through it. But if you've got a testimony you'd like to share, one that's just burning into your soul, we'd love for you to raise your hand and share your testimony tonight for what you've experienced so far with the Super Patch. I'll get started while I wait for some raised hands. I see you there, Carrie. I'm going to go to you next. About a year and a half ago, a friend of mine had shared a video with me. And, it was actually of someone that struggles with the same disease that I do. She was struggling with balance issues. And that's the reason my friend had sent the video to me. I was bedridden, wheelchair walker bound for 3.5 years because of my disease. I was in a lot of pain. I was struggling, to walk and do basic things just on my own. I became very disabled very quickly. And so I was at a point where I was kind of desperate. I was like, I need to figure out something that's going to work. And I had tried probably everything, spent tens of thousands of dollars on stuff that didn't work. And so, as you can imagine, I was very skeptical about trying a patch. But I did a little research on the technology and I saw that it came with a 30-day money back guarantee. I didn't understand anything about the technology, but I figured I'll get my money back if it doesn't work. And I ended up ordering one for balance and one for pain because my husband was struggling with major back issues at that time. And it came to us in a couple days. By then, my husband had done some of the research on the studies and he's way smarter than I am. So he's like, you know what? It sounds kind of legit. Let's try it. We're not out too much. It's pretty affordable. Let's figure this out. We ended up doing this demonstration, which is what I saw in that video. And it's basically, like a balance and strength demonstration. And when he went and pushed on my hands, you put your hands like this, and then your partner will push down. I dang near tipped over. Then we put that patch on and we did it again. My husband couldn't budge me. And he's like a foot taller than I am. He could not budge me. I felt instant strength literally immediately. And I hate to say that it was immediately because it almost sounds too good to be true, but it was. I have it on video. Immediately I had better strength. Then we put it on my husband, the freedom patch, the one for pain, and within 10 minutes he had about 60% pain reduction, which is more pain reduction than he had gotten, more pain relief. Let's just call it what it is, relief that he had gotten from anything we had tried. That was all the prescription drugs, all the cupping, all the acupuncture, all the different things up until the point where they were like, hey, you're going to have surgery. Nothing worked for him. And in 10 minutes, we had 60% pain relief. So now fast forward almost 2 years. It's been a little over a year and a half. I've not had to use my walker or my wheelchair for a year and a half, literally since the day I started wearing this patch. My neurologist said, don't ever take it off. My husband wears more patches than I do on a daily basis. I'm no longer bedridden. My whole family is feeling better. And this is why I share. This is why so many people that you're going to hear tonight share this technology, because we have someone or ourselves have been impacted so much just from a little patch. So I'm excited to hear what everyone's got to share tonight. Carrie, why don't you jump in and talk about what brought you here and what your favorite patch is?
So it was a friend that brought me here. We trust people that tell us the best restaurant to try. If you come visit me in Austin, I'll tell you where all the best queso and margaritas are. Just hands down, I'm going to know. You're going to love it. Trust me on it. And that's what happened with me with this, Crystal. So, my friend Steve called me up and said, hey, check out this company for pain and balance. Because at the time, that's what our focus was, right? We've since grown. And this was almost 3 years ago in April. I check it out. Why? Because my little sister deals with balance issues and I deal with pain issues, chronic pain issues. And you'll do just about anything for people that you love to get relief. And that's what I did. And as soon as I put this patch on my baby sister and being told at a very young age, 2 years old, that this is what your life is going to look like. But then all of a sudden, here comes this patch. And now she has the best life that she's ever had. She can go up and down stairs without assistance. She can run on a treadmill for the first time. So 3 years ago, I got super loud about it, telling anybody that would look at me, anybody that's online, going anywhere, sharing it everywhere I went. And that demo works so fast. And you're going to hear people talk about the demo. You'll see that. You saw that when you were on the Opportunity Zoom earlier. We've got videos of that, but it's a balance test. And so when I say this thing works instantly, as soon as it touches your skin, As soon as it touches your skin, it works. And it's for everybody 100% of the time. So it's been easy, Crystal, to talk about, which is why I started sharing about it, which is why I'm so glad that you're here because of TikTok, because of technology, right? Because of seeing a video. But again, a friend told me about it, and then I've been telling friends, and I've been telling friends. And next thing you know, I am at vice president level in the company, over 1,800 people on my team, and all because I care about people. If you're someone who cares about people, as we go through these patches and you hear these stories, I want you to write down names of people that come to mind that you think of that deal with balance issues, that deal with stuff like Crystal talked about, that deal with stuff that you're going to hear Mr. McNeil and Miss Reed share about in a minute, and then many others. I want you to just think about them and write their name down. And you might just be that friend that refers them to something that's going to change their life. So I love it here. I live it. It's completely my passion. I eat, sleep, and breathe the Super Patch. I told the CEO that I'm the Super Patch Queen. I realize he's the Super Patch King, but I'm the Super Patch Queen. And I stand by that, and he laughs about it. So it's a great time here. But that's enough about us. Crystal, we've got people that really want to share. Ginger, I am so thankful that you got on tonight. Please, I didn't share with you my favorite patch. It's because I don't have a favorite patch. I love them all. I'm going to go against your flow tonight, Crystal, and tell you I don't have a favorite. I want them all. Give me all of them. I have plenty of real estate for all 13 of them. I use about 5 to 6 a day. You're going to have to find me online or message me later to get into my real details, but that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. Ginger, however, you've got to tell us your favorite one. No, I'm kidding. You can share what you want to share about a testimony you have with yourself or with someone else, and where you're from, Ginger, by the way.
I'm from the great state of Texas, where it's, 80 degrees now. I could use some of that cool weather up there, you guys. But it's cooler tonight, but only for one night. Anyway, I came here. I can't say I have a favorite. I started with Liberty. I started looking at this, and I saw a video on TikTok, by the way. Didn't have the demo, didn't all the things. I just knew that I needed this for my mother. My mother has trouble with her stability. She's dizzy all the time and all of that. And I said, okay, it's worth a try. Why not? We've tried all these other things and it's not working. So yeah, I ordered it, got it, tried it on her immediately. Immediately. So I knew, okay, now if that one works, what about these other ones? I'm a homeschool mom. I have my youngest son, he's 12, and he has some attention issues. He is all over the place. His mind's going 90 to nothing. So I'm like, all right, and this is good for our families. That's what really drew me, is it's good for anybody and everybody. There's no ingredients. It doesn't interact with medication. It doesn't interact with our young little bodies that are growing, that we need them to grow strong. So I'm like, and he's got some sensory issues. I thought, oh, he's never going to put this sticky stuff on him. It's not that sticky, by the way. It's really kind of cool. But yeah, I'm like, all right, we're just going to try it. Just try it and see. I use a focus on him first to see how he would do with it, with his work. He's like, well, I don't really see any difference. And he wore them a couple of days. I don't really see, oh, I could see it right away. I'm telling you, I could see right away. Homeschool moms, So I said, well, don't wear it. I said, tomorrow, don't wear it. Don't put it on. Let's see. He went even half the day. And he's like, I think I need to put that back on. He felt it. He couldn't verbalize what it was, but he felt the difference. So it was like trying it for a couple of days and then not. And then he's like, yeah, I really do need that. And he uses it for his sleep. I mean, that might be my favorite for him because it helps him sleep, gets good quality sleep. And he's always waking up, but now he doesn't wake up as much as he did. He's sleeping all well, dreaming. He loves it. He asks for it. I don't even have to tell him. He comes in and gets it. It's fantastic. So best part about it is it's good for everybody. My mother, who's older, she's in her middle 80s. My young son, who's 12, fantastic. And my whole family. Oh my gosh, I could tell you so many. I could tell you a story about all of them. The pain patch, it's fantastic. It works so fast and no ingredients, no drugs, which is what I'm looking for. That's why it drew me to that. And so I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this team. And I'll tell you another side effect. These great ladies you see on this on the screen. Fantastic. I love it. They're supportive, great friends, great family. We're already a family, so it's fantastic.
I love that so much, Ginger. I can hear your excitement. That's what makes me so excited. I literally have to mute when you guys speak because I'm like, yes, yes, praise God. Yes, I'm so excited and I'm laughing with you and I'm celebrating with you because I'm so excited for what this technology does for not just us but for our families and getting to hear you in these testimonies guys, we never know what we're going to share. Those of you that are guests, we do this every week. And so we never know what parts we're going to share and the excitement never changes. It's always, I can't believe how much this helps us. And Ginger running on that homeschool thing of even just the mom thing, like our kids being able to utilize this technology, our kids being able to have, because my children struggle with sensory things too. And that was something that I was worried about was like, okay, well, is this something they're going to keep on or is it, are there side effects, are these things? And to be able to put something on our kids that works and then they ask for it because they know it works, that's just the icing to the cake. It's just beautiful. Mr. McNeil, I would love to hear what you've got to share tonight. Go ahead and unmute and share with us where you're sharing from and what patch are you talking about?
I'm here in the great state of North Carolina. We also had some good weather today. Uh, I'm like Carrie. Initially, when I first got introduced to the patches, it was the freedom and the liberty. But if anyone read my post yesterday in the Amazing Patch Stories, I had an encounter. I had a dental appointment when they were going to extract some teeth from me, rebuilding my mouth. And I got there on my way there. I know I'm having that anxiety and everything, so I put on a peace patch to calm me down. Then I was concerned about the pain, and so I put on a freedom patch, and it always, have my liberty as my base. And I also put on a victory. And I got there, and everything and stuff, and they told me, Mr. McNeil, we're going to pull 5 teeth today. I said, what? 5? Yeah. But, they put me under. And when I woke, my driver, we got in the car and it was like a 40-mile drive back home when I woke up and come in the house. And I lay down for a little while, but when I woke up, I was anticipating. When you go to the dentist, when that stuff wears off, here comes the pain. It's what? 9 o'clock tonight. I have not felt not one iota of pain. Yeah. And the only medication that I am taking is the antibiotic. They gave me some of them hydro stuffs and all of that, but yeah, super patch. Just what the name says, is super. And I wouldn't go a day without it. I wouldn't go a day without it. And I recommend anybody, you got any kind of issues, find you a patch, develop you a combination. I'm gonna tell you that victory, it gave me, I think, more energy than the boost. Because it was 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm trying to go to sleep. But yes, I was so thankful. My friend kept telling me, she called me this morning, are you hurting? Are you hurting? I said, no. I felt just as good today as I did when I walked into the dental office. And I'm working on them. I'm working on them. They're like, what's that? That a tattoo? I said, oh no, this is better than a tattoo. So yeah, super patch is amazing. Amazing. Yes.
Andre, thank you so much for sharing that. It is amazing and it is for everyone. I absolutely love that story. You guys, what I love most about it is here you see a grown man who's being a big old baby, I'm sure, about going to the dentist, right? I know how my dad is when he needs to go to a doctor or my husband when he goes to do things, he's like, I don't want to do it. It's going to hurt. I don't want to hurt. And they're like dying and it's not great. And he walks up there with a super patch and walks out like Superman, like it's no big deal. Like that is such a great billboard. You need to scream that and say it everywhere. You guys, I put in the chat the Amazing Patch Stories group. So if you're a guest here, click on that. Go join that group. His story plus many others are also in there. Thank you so much for sharing that. I absolutely love hearing from everyone. We truly never know what we're going to hear. Thomas Parker, I see you have your hand up. Tell us where you are zooming in from and what your favorite patch is and a story to go along with that. Thomas, are you there? There you are.
Yeah, I'm there. Where do I begin? I don't know.
Begin by showing us your face, Thomas. There you are.
Well, that's I have to say it's not a good feeling for a father to be kept from his children. That freaking sucks. And I have trouble sleeping all the freaking time. And usually if I take a REM patch, it doesn't really work that well for me. So I take a peace patch and combine it together, and it works just fine. So I finally get some sleep, but it really sucks. When I first started it, well, I can't really say first started, but last year in the summertime, I did some lawn care. I promise you I couldn't do it. I put those the freedom, the liberty, and probably the focus on, and that freaking helped me get at least a few hours in to do lawn care in my yard. But the peace patches helped me out pretty well, and maybe the joy when I actually have them. But like I said, the worst thing that, that a father can go through is being kept from his children. Anyway, thank you for your time.
Thank you for sharing, Thomas. I know that you've been through quite a lot, and we've talked about this, and I know that peace patch has helped you, because I can imagine at night while you're tossing and turning what's going through your mind, and I am glad that you've been able to find relief in a way. And I just continue to pray for what you're going through, because I know that it's hard. But thank you for speaking up, because that's a step in progress, and you're towards progress, and I'm proud of you for doing that. So thank you for speaking up. Esther, I would love to hear what you've got to share. Will you share where you are sharing from and what patches you're talking about tonight?
I am from Alaska. And we don't have the snow y'all are getting down there. So would you give it back? We need it back. Actually, I'm kind of sharing a story back from last summer, but it has history behind it. So it really tells a lot about the patches. Traditionally, I have issues at times with my back having spasms in it. And especially if I'm moving around, lifting things, suitcases, stuff like that. So the last couple of years, I go to a 10-day fair. And of course, on my feet more, but also moving things around more. And most of the time when I'm doing that, I have back issues. I end up having to have heat on it, get a massage, things like that. Definitely towards the end of the 10 days, it's affecting me big time. So this past year, I was introduced to super patches and Defend. I really love that. I can tell it gets my blood moving and going. I also used Rocket and Liberty and Freedom. 10 days, high energy, no back issue. And I might have stayed up with my friend a few nights to 1, 2 in the morning. And at the 10 days, I was not wiped like I have been in the past. So it was amazing.
That's awesome. Esther, I love that. And I really want to come visit you in Alaska, believe it or not. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. I don't know about riding across that big body of water to go get patches, but maybe you guys have roads too.
Yeah, some places.
I'm so thankful that this is helping you and that it found you. I often feel like Alaska is not a part of the US because you're so far, but it is so incredible to know that what we have reaches the ends of the earth. We ship almost anywhere, Half patches will travel. Thank you so much for sharing. Jamie, I see your hand is up. Go ahead and share with us. And then Crystal and I are going to wrap this thing up. Thank you for being willing to share a story.
Of course. Yes, I've been crying happy tears almost every day this week. I'm very, very new in the business. I got a new customer yesterday and the day before and like a week before. And all three of my customers are having amazing testimonies. I'll make it super quick. My stepmom, she had pain in her shoulder, her knees, her ankles, and her wrists. Shoulder pain gone after 6 hours. The next day, the knee and ankle pain was gone, like after 24 hours. And the wrist pain was gone. And she was able to wear heels for the very first time. And she actually even went dancing this weekend. My dad even offered to pay for her patches because he's seen how happy she is. And so I'm just very, very happy for my stepmom. And then I have a friend of mine who's older. She's early 70s, and she's been having troubles walking and staying balanced. So I did the balance test and immediately helped her. The crazy thing is, 15 minutes after I put the Liberty patch on her, she said to me, "Oh, my shoulder pain feels better." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "We didn't even put the Freedom patch on yet." She's like, "Yeah, my shoulder feels better." I'm like, "No way." So we put the Freedom patch on, we had lunch, and hour later she tells me that her pain keeps getting better. And she told me again today, because I think she just started the patches yesterday or the day, I think it was yesterday. And her shoulder pain's better. And then I had another lady that I went to yesterday, and she told me she actually has balance problems, and she's a nurse, and she kind of feels like she's stumbling around a lot, and the Liberty patch helped her immediately. So those are my three customers, and I'm just like so ecstatic with how fast people are getting results. Oh, and
I'm so
sorry,
excited.
I don't know which patch is my favorite yet.
That's okay. That's okay.
I don't
There's
know yet.
13. It depends on the day, right? It depends on the day. I'm so excited. And you and I met when we were in Orlando last month, and you were just brand new into the business, and a couple of those people were with you, and I'm so excited to hear how you've progressed and like how many people you've talked to over the last month too. It's just I can see how excited you are, and being able to fill the need for so many people is such a blessing. So I'm so glad that you're with us, Jamie. I'm so excited for you too. So thank you so much for sharing. Paula Rudd, I see that your party has raised your hand at the strike of midnight, right when we're about to get off. But I'm going to welcome you to go ahead and share. It looks like Liz is sharing tonight. So go ahead and unmute and share with us what you've got and where you guys are sharing from.
Hi, we're from El Paso, Texas. There's 6 of us here. They're all back there. We have one guest tonight that I invited. And I just wanted to talk real quick about the patches that I usually wear are like Liberty or Victory, and Defend, Joy, Peace, about that small handful lately. But I got really sick this last weekend and I forgot to put any patches on. So for about 4 days, I did not have any patches on it at all because I was so sick. I spent the whole time on the couch. And I kept trying to figure out why on Monday I was so dizzy. I kept tipping over and falling into the wall. I almost fell down the stairs. I haven't fallen in 2 years. And I was really stressing out, couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I realized I had not had a patch on all weekend. So I finally put a patch on by Tuesday morning is when I realized that. And now I'm doing great. So today is the first day I'm back to normal, not tipping over, not walking into walls. And so definitely know that the patches do make a difference. And when you do not have it on, especially when you're out for 4 days without your patch. So
yeah. Yeah, you absolutely know when you don't go without it. Crystal, before we go, we have some people that are at ranks and they should speak up. Sandra, you're a vice president in the company. Go ahead and share with us how long you've been here and how you got started. And Steve, you're next, and we're going to get out of here.
I have been with the company since May of 22. And I got started because Carrie gave me a call and told me that I was doing this business with her. But honestly, it's been an incredible journey so far, just being able to help people make a change for the better in their own lives. And I'm sticking around, and the money's great too.
Thank you for sharing, Sandra. It's nice to hear from our leadership. We've got guests on here they've looked at the business, they're hearing stories about what the patches do, and we need to know they have success. And so, Steve, tell everyone how long you've been here and what you're doing in the business, how big your team is here so far, and where you're from, how you got started. Give your little spiel.
Yeah, I'm having a blast. I've been doing this, been in the industry for 35 years, working on year number 35, been with the Super Patch Company for 2.5 years. I live just outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Esther, I can't give you any snow because we have no snow. No snow, but I'm taking it. It's okay. No, guys, I've been doing this a very, very long time, and we've had a lot of success in this profession, but nothing compared to the success that we're having here with the Super Patch Company. You know, the stories that you hear, not just on this Zoom here tonight, but on our testimonial pages and things, it even after 2.5 years, it still gives me shivers of excitement when I hear the success that people are having. And our team is growing incredibly large. In 2.5 years, our team has grown to almost 5,500 people. And we've got, associates all around the world that are sharing the Super Patch technology. And for many of you, you guys have heard me say that if you just get in and start sharing this, because listen, you're going to share no matter what. But if you sign up with us as an associate, the company will pay you to go out there and share this with people. And they're going to know other people who know other people who know other people. And someday the sun will never set on your Super Patch business. And for a bunch of people that are on this screen right now, you guys are already at that case because it is, in the middle of the night over in Germany and in Europe. And when we wake up, when we go to bed tonight, they're just waking up. And so basically, guys, we're getting paid around the clock. And if you have skin, we have a patch for you. And that's what keeps me up at night, thinking about the possibilities of that. So let's go have some fun, guys. Let's continue to share these stories and let's get this information out to as many people as we possibly can.
I love that you said, if you have skin, we have a patch for you. And that's what keeps him up at night. Well, he can stay up at night because we're worldwide. So you pick a time zone and we're awake in it. And, Crystal posted on TikTok, and that's how we got our Germany team started over there. And it's just absolutely been an incredible ride. So Crystal, go ahead and wrap us out of here. Make sure our guests don't have any questions, and we'll finish up our Tuesday night.
Yeah, well, let's ask that right now. If you're a guest on and you have a question, just raise your hand or unmute, and we'd be happy to answer any questions that you have about the technology or the opportunity, our team, anything you'd like to hear. And I'll just be quiet for just a second, just in case. Okay. So you guys, I'm so glad that you were able to jump on and to listen to so many testimonies. Thank you all to all who volunteered and raised your hand to share your testimonies. I really appreciate you. And just coming on here and sharing your passion and your love for what we have with the Super Patch. I mean, if it wasn't for these testimonies, so many of us wouldn't be on the screen today. So many of us wouldn't have the relief we have that we found within this technology. So I really appreciate you. We do these testimony Zooms every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Central. So feel free to jump on in again. It's the same link. And if you're seeing this on Amazing Patch Stories group later or on YouTube later, just comment for the link and we'll make sure we get you invited from the person who invited you to that group. We all work together as a community to help build our team here. So it's been a super night. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Great job, Crystal. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.